Aahana. I'm so delighted to welcome you to my show. So it's been great. How you been doing? It's been long since I saw you. 2 years? 3 years?
Yeah, I think it's been 3 years, Seema. So it's really good to see you. And that's a nice photo of Tom Cruise that you have behind.
Yeah, yeah. I have my inspirations in this room. On this side is Audrey Hepburn. The other side is Casino Royale. And then the old classic Pink Floyd is on the other side of the room. I'll show you.
Yeah, yeah. I'd love to see it. How have
So,
you been?
yeah, good, good. Quarantine life, 3 months. We're trying to survive, trying to do the best we possibly can, make
Yeah,
the most of it. Some days are good, some days are like, oh my God, what's happening?
I know. I can fully imagine. It's the same thing here. I mean, there's absolutely no difference. You have good days, then you have bad days. Some days are just really strange. Some days just float by you.
Yeah.
Some days are so hectic. Like I was just telling you, like my entire day goes only in cleaning and and then I have a play that's happening and I do rehearsals for that. And it's so weird because there are people who keep telling me like, I don't sleep till 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and I'm just like, can you please come and clean my house because I feel very sleepy by 10:30.
You're exhausted.
I'm so exhausted, so I don't understand how people are awake.
So for everyone, I know Ahana for a long time now. She was in Austin a few years back for the premiere of a film, Lipstick Under My Burqa. Huge success, really well received. She did a fabulous job. We'll get to that Lipstick Under Burqa part in just a little bit. But the thing is that movies come and go, things happen. But the interesting part is we make friends as we go along. And Ahana is one of those. We hung out and we have some really sweet memories. You remember we went to Oasis, had lunch there.
Yes, we did. My God, I still crave, the drinks that we had. They were so good, and I really miss. Actually, I really do miss Austin. I think for me, it was a really like fun place to hang out, and I like the bar crawling that we did at night after the screening got over, and then everybody
Yeah.
went out, for drinks, and it was really nice. And I think it's a nice city because it's such a university-driven city. There's so many students around, and I was quite taken, taken by with the vibe in Austin. I really liked it, so I really miss it.
And
Really miss.
none of that now, but that's what Austin is known for, the music,
It.
the culture, the vibes, the old charm and the new charm combined in one.
Yeah,
And then the dinner at our house and the premiere, the Q&A, and you met a lot of people and everyone still remembers you. You're like,
but I think it's a very close knit community also that you guys have in Austin. I think like everybody, I was really welcomed here. I really enjoyed my stay in Dallas and Austin entirely because I just think like the Indian community was. I didn't feel like I was abroad even for once. I literally felt like I was in India. मुझे तो ऐसा लग रहा था कि like I'm roaming around somewhere in Andheri or like I'm with like friends there. So I think I'm glad that through my journey, I really managed to make good friends and keep in touch with you guys.
yeah, yeah. And Ahana, something I always remember, don't get embarrassed, but I do want to share that little thing with everyone that really touched my heart and told me what kind of a really good person you are. So you might remember when we were driving back in two cars, right? You were with Jyoti
Yeah.
and me and Anupam were in Varka.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then, for some strange reason, something strange happened with our car, and the SUV, something got stuck like a dead bird or something. And we were all just shocked and devastated. And you came out of the car, you went into the woods area, you bought a stick, and you just started digging out that thing from the car. We are still looking and shocked what to do, and you just went into action and just took off. And three of us are like looking, this is our car, this is our city, this is our guest. And I'm like, I'm so embarrassed. So let's look for the stick and let's help Ahana. And you were like on it and you got that thing out very quickly while we tried to help, but you did the job. You're laughing like,
Because I was trying to remember, I was like, did that really happen? Really? Like I can't remember, but yeah, I do. I do remember. Like Jyoti and I kind of stopped, and you guys were ahead of us, and
yeah.
then yeah, I think it was like a
Yeah.
dead bird or something, and then
And
it
then
was
when I
really.
got in the car, I was like, she really didn't have to do that. She didn't even have to get out of the car and, get bruised in the sun and do any of that. It was not her problem. It was our problem, our car. We were in another car. but you took charge. And I'm telling you, I never forgot that incident. And I was like, this is a person, like, this is gold. This is a gem of a person.
No, I think I would have done that even if it was. I think we're all in Bombay trained to, really like be. How do I say? I think the word would be like well equipped for life. It's basically one of those things because so many things keep happening in Bombay, and with us, like we're always restricted in terms of time. I think this lockdown is the only time when I think all of us have had a combined lockdown of our thoughts, lockdown of our actions. We've really slowed down. And Bombay is, I mean, if you know Bombay, you know
Of
how it
course.
is. It's clockwork. So it's very strange that this city has really like calmed down. Even in the, I mean, I won't entirely say now because now when the unlockdown has happened, everybody's gone crazy and hell's broken loose because, people are on the road and people are out and there are traffic jams again. But everything in Bombay is so clockwork, and I think we all kind of designed in our heads to just be equipped to, if there's a problem, like let's just solve it and let's move on. Let's get to work. So I think maybe that's where this whole demeanor has come from. Like
Yeah, but
let's get going.
you could have also thought, oh, this is my break. I'm not in my city. I'm not in Mumbai. I'm
I don't
driven
think.
around. This is my movie premiere in few hours. You could have had that attitude too. I get that, but you didn't. So I can see that you are very hands-on, really active, sporty, and you. I remember you mentioning all of that as well. So let's dive in to my first question. And so yeah, you grew up in Lucknow, and you said you were there in your teens. And one of the conversations I remember, again going back to the same point, that you were really active into swimming, tennis, all activities you were enrolled in. So did that help you lead into theater and acting later on? And how was that like? We'll just cover quickly so that everyone knows a bit
Yeah.
about your background.
Well, my mom's a working parent, and my father used to live in Moscow. So my mother's a deputy superintendent of police as of today,
Oh,
and she's been in the police service for about 40 years. She was, a kotwali in charge when we were growing up. So I've really seen my mother really working round the clock. We were literally brought up by nannies, my sister, my brother, and I, with three of us. And my father used to live in Moscow because he was working with a pharmaceutical company called Lupin Laboratories, and he was setting up the business for Lupin in the CIS. So he was in Moscow most of the times. So my parents are really having like a long distance relationship, and my mother literally had to handle three hooligans. And we were very difficult children because we had too much energy, and my mother didn't like, it's difficult to control three crazy children, who have like too much energy, everybody's fighting. And so I think the only way my mother could like really control our energies or harness our energies was make sure that that we're doing so many activities that we're so tired by 8-9 o'clock that we're in bed. So I think that was really key for her. So after school, she used to push us into going into gymnastics or go into like sports. Shivani and I, my sister and I, we were pushed into a lot of sports. So we were made sure that we went for horse riding, we went for swimming, we went for like running. We did all kinds of outdoor activities. My mother made sure we were never inside the house. So I was not used to living at home when I was growing up. So I think that's where the love for outdoor really like kicked in. And over the years, I think I'm really grateful that that these things I did very early in my life, because I've seen a lot of girls around me who are very fragile, and especially I've seen a lot of actresses also, where the way they've been brought up, a lot of emphasis has been put into beauty. And I think with us, it really wasn't like that. We were really brought up like boys per se. Um, she didn't have the patience with us with our hair. She cut our hair short, so we always had boy cut hair. My sister and I, we looked like two boys, literally growing up. So there were lots of things that she did because of her job. And I think today those things have kind of transformed into who I've become. I don't really like have these things of behaving like a very demure sort of a girl. I'm very really out there. I'm very sporty like the way my sister is, and both of us have been brought up like that. And I think that has helped in my career because our bodies are very instrumental in who we are and what we become. And of course, like with theater, you have to be very agile with your body. So I think that's kind of used well. I've used my instrument well, So yeah.
yeah, yeah, totally. We can see that. See, and my story also just gels with this.
Yeah. helping you with a dead bird.
And it had some glue. I think there was some glue, and then the bird was stuck on that glue pad. It was
Yeah.
left
Oh
for
God,
the roaches and things like that, but the bird got
yeah.
stuck, unfortunately, and that got stuck to the car.
Yeah. Now I remember it. Yeah, I was really pushing that glue out from your tire.
Now you're a So yeah, and so it's been so now you're in Mumbai doing fabulous work in many films and web series, and you went through the whole industry, went through a very difficult week. So I thought that this is my first episode that I'm recording after Sushant Singh Rajput, so we should pay our tribute to him. Did,
Yes, we
did you meet him, Aahana? Did you ever meet him?
So I never met him. In fact, it's kind of strange that I think about it now in hindsight. And I have been, I've only been invited to all these events and spaces for the last, I think, last 2 or 3 years, because I was not really a very well-known actress in that sense, and I'm not a popular actress. I would even say that even now, like I do a lot of selective cinema, and no, it's true. And so there are far and few things that you get invited to. And I remember, like, I've been to so many events now, whether it's a magazine event, whether it's an award function, and I've never seen him. And it's only after he passed away, it just kind of struck me. I was like, how is it that I've seen almost every actor, and here is a guy who I've never seen, like, and it wasn't like he was not a popular actor, he was a star. And I just think he kind of stayed away, and he steered away from a lot of things, maybe not resonating with him at that point of time. So yeah, I didn't know him at all, and his passing has really been it's been a big shock. I never imagined myself crying for him, but I did, and it felt very weird, because at that point of time, when you hear the news, first of all, it's like unbelievable. Secondly, I feel that it could have been any of us. We all could have gone through any emotion like this and could have felt like this and would have, uh, taken a jibe at life like this. But I feel that, it was unfortunate that it happened with him. So I really like, I wish him peace. Yeah.
I absolutely loved all his films. I haven't seen Chichore yet. I don't know when I will be really ready to watch it. But of course, all the other films are just simply fabulous. He was just so real. You could just relate to him, and he had some softness in his eyes. There's some kindness in him that you could see. And one of my favorite songs ever is Char Kadam from PK. And when we went to Brooks, we were literally playing that song because we were on the same bridge on YouTube. And then when Sean came to Austin, I asked him to, play that song for me. And he started the show with that song,
Oh
saying that
God.
this song is dedicated to Seema. She asked me to play this song. And Aahana, never again I'll look at the songs the same way. And then we'll be right back.